Hello, welcome to TechSharmit. In this session, we will discuss one feature of Access Client solution. So we are going to discuss about this toolbar option, the first option of the toolbar, which is print the current screen. Okay, so let's see how we can use this option and what are the advantage of using this option. So whenever you hover on this first option, it will show print the current screen. So let's say if there is one physical file in which we have some data and I want to share that data or the screenshot of that data to someone. So how we can do this? So for that I will hit one query strSQL. Here I will hit the query again, select star from EMP/PF. So right now on my screen I can see that there are 5 records in my physical file. So now I want to share this data with someone via mail. So what we can do, we can take a print of this screen. How? So just simply hover on this option. Here you will see that it is showing print the current screen. Now click here. Once you click here, it will open this window from where you can select all of these options. If you want to share using fax, then you can select this. Then another option we have is Microsoft Print to PDF, Microsoft XPS Document Writer, OneNote Desktop. So for now we are going with this Microsoft Print to PDF. Okay. Other option we have is properties. You can simply click on properties. Here you can select the orientation. If you want to go landscape, you can select this. Otherwise you can go with default, which is portrait. Now another option we have is advanced. So once you click here, it will open this window from where you can select the paper size. So let's say if I want to go for A4 size, I can select from here, then executive, legal, letter, statement. Okay, so these are the options that you can select from here. Other than this, we have one more option, copy count. So let's say if you are going to directly print this screen, so from here you can select the number of copies, how many times you want to print it. Okay, for now I'm not going to do any changes here. I will just go with the default option and press OK. Then simply click OK again. So here you can see it is showing status ready, type as Microsoft Print to PDF, where is port prompt, and comment is print to file. Okay, if you want you can check this, otherwise you can uncheck this. And here you can see that print range is all. So these are the default option. Okay, number of copies from here also you can select. Then simply click on OK. So once you click on OK, it will open this window from where you can save the file. So let's say if I want to save this with EMP, or we can change data from PF. So let's say I've saved this file with data from pf.pdf and then simply click OK, save. So from here you can browse your folder where you want to save. For now I'm just saving it on desktop itself. Then click on save. So it is saved. Now simply go on desktop. From here you can find your file, which is here, data from PF. Then double click here. So what it will do, it will open a default browser of yours, and then simply it will show the PDF. So you can see now it is showing the data. Okay, so you can see that it is even capturing all the function keys which are shown or which are visible on that screen, right? So ultimately what it do, it takes the entire screenshot, or you can say it prints the entire screen, whatever we are viewing on that screen, green screen. Okay, so let's say if I want to save some other data, so can we do this? Yes, we can do. So let's say do F3, and if suppose we are working on work active job command, and from here I want to share some status to someone. So what I will do, I will simply go here, go with the default options, OK, and from here I can put my comment ACT job and then simply save. So it is saved. Now I will go on desktop, and from here I can see that this file is ready. So once you click here, it will take some time and then it will open the file in second tab. Actually there is some issue. Let me close this and rerun this. So I will hit again act job. So you can see that it shows the same screen which was visible on that is from your screen, right? So with this option you can easily share whatever the thing you want to capture. Like if I want to capture any particular screen, I can directly copy, I can directly print that screen, and then I via mail or any other application I can share that to the users. So this is the advantage. So this is a quite simple way to print the screen. You can simply hover the first option on the toolbar. If it is not visible, you can click on view, and from here just make sure that this toolbar should be checked, right? And then we can simply take the option 1 for printing the screen. Okay, now advantages. If we talk about the advantages, let's say if you are working on some documentation process where you are going to share some mail with the process flow, and there you want to show some screens also, right? So at that time what you can do, you can download these you can print these screen, whatever the required screen, and then you can share the same over the mail. So this is one advantage. Another one is like for proper workflow, let's say if you are working on any case study and you want to design a proper SDS or any particular document for the development, then you can use these screenshot from the PDF. You can attach PDF as well, right? So yeah, that's the way through which we can print the screen, which we are which we are able to see on the green screen, and we can take the print of that. Okay, so I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmat.
Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmat. In this session, we will discuss second option from the ACS toolbar. Okay, so in our previous session, we discussed how to use this first option from the toolbar. Now we are going to discuss the second and third because both are correlated. So we will cover these two together. Okay, so before that, if you are not able to see this option like how this toolbar, then you can click on this view tab, and from here you can make sure that it should be selected, right? If it is not selected, then it is not visible for you. So just go to this view and select this toolbar. Fine. So let's hover this option so you can see the description here. Copy selected text to clipboard. So why we use this option? So let's say if there is any requirement where you want to copy this content to a particular document, then how we can do this? So to implement this, what we can do, let's say if there is one physical file which contains some data and we want to share that data with someone using document. So let's say I make it as STRSQL, and then I will hit one query, select start from EMP PF. So now I want to copy this content to one of my notepad. So I have created one blank notepad here, PF data. You can create any document where you want to paste this data. Then simply go to green screen again, and whatever the screen you want to capture, just open that screen, and from here just click on this copy button. So once you click here, it will copy entire source, entire line into the clipboard. Then open your document and simply paste it here. So you can see that data is here. Now there might be one question like why would we do this if we have option for print screen that we discussed in previous portion, right? So let's say if in print screen we usually take the exact screen capture, like we are not going to do any changes, but here we can implement the changes as well. Let's say I want to copy this structure, but here I want to make it as Sharmat. So I can simply make it, and it will provide a proper format because we have already copied it from the green screen. So it will not change any format, it will keep as it is. Okay, so this is one advantage. So whenever there is any requirement where you want to, and it is not only for PF, like you can use any screen. Let's say if I am working on work active job command, and from here I want to copy the content. So I will simply go and click here, and wherever I want to paste this data, I will go and do Control V. So it will paste as it is. And here also I can change. Let's say if I want to make it as hold, so I will make, right? So this is one of the best advantage of using this option. Now we will discuss the second option, which is third option, which is correlated to the second one. So if you hover here, it will show the description as paste clipboard content starting at cursor position. So let's say if I'm working on one screen and here I want to copy this query. So what I will do, I will simply select this query, then simply go and click here on copy selected text. So this time it will copy only the selected text, not the entire screen. But if you are not selecting anything, then it will take the copy of entire screen. But right now we are selecting this query and then we are clicking on this copy content, right? So it will copy that. Now wherever you want to paste it inside a screen all itself, so you can use this button, this option. So if here you can see paste clipboard content starting at cursor position, so I click here, so you can see it is pasted now. Okay, in same manner if I want to paste it here, I will simply go and click again, because now my content is in clipboard. We click this option, so now the content is in clipboard, and wherever you want to paste it, just go and use this command, this button. Okay, so this option you can use inside a green screen only, but if you try to paste this inside this document, so let's say will it paste the data or not? Because data is in clipboard, it means we have that line in clipboard, so it should print that. Yes, it is printing, right? Because we have captured the data in a clipboard, so whatever the content is in clipboard we can use this. But here we need to do the control V, and inside a green screen you can use this shortcut to paste the content from your cursor position. So this is the advantage of using this option. Okay, and so mainly what we discuss, let's say if there is any requirement where you want to copy your screen data into one document and you want to do some changes, so it will allow you to make changes as well. So from this screen you can make any changes and it will provide you the exact structure that we have copied from the green screen. And third option from the toolbar is used to paste the content, although you can use Control C Control V here also in green screen. But if you want to go and use these commands, these buttons, then you can simply select any text, and wherever you want to paste it, just copy it to clipboard, and wherever you want to paste it, just place your cursor there and click on this icon, so it will paste the content of your clipboard there. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this session. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Texture Math. Hello, welcome to Texture Math. In this session, we will discuss a process through which we can download the data, or you can say transfer the data from ibmi system to your local system. Okay, and for this we will use the another option from the toolbar itself, which is transfer data from ibmi. So you can see that there is one option here. So if you hover on this option, it will show the description data transfer from ibmi. Okay, you can see this download button, right? If you are not able to see this toolbar, then make sure that in view section this should be selected. If it is not selected, then it won't appear to you. But if you select this toolbar option, then you can see this icon. Maybe there are different sequence in your system, but you can look for this option where it is showing data transfer from ibmi. So we are going to use this option. But before that, we will discuss the requirement, why we need this option. So let's say if we are working on a one physical file, let me hit one query first. Select start from, this is my file emppf. So right now it contains only 5 record. But suppose if the same file contains more than 1000 record and we want to transfer that data into our system, then how we can do this? In previous sessions, we discussed one option for copying the text, through which also we can copy the text from a screen and then we can save it into document. But think like what will happen, like if we are supposed to transfer the data as it is in a Excel file, because copy is very time taking. Like you have to take a copy of each screen and then you have to save the data, then again need to transfer that data to Excel sheet. So it is very tedious task. So to make it comfortable or easy, what we can use, we will use this data transfer from ibmi. Okay, so let's try to download the data or transfer the data. So just simply go and click here. Once you click here, it will open this screen where we are supposed to provide few information. So here you can see that it is automatically selecting pub 400 because we are using this public server. Then here, from which file you want to transfer the data, you can select either by going and clicking on this browse option. From browse, it will show the entire structure of your system, like libraries and all. So from here also you can select the thing, and just simply select your file and then click on select, and you will see that this is added here. But I will show you the direct method, like you can directly write here. So what you need to do, you just simply write Sharmit1, which is library name. So here you can keep your library name, then slash, and then file name. So my file name is amppf. Okay, so it is simple, library name slash file name. After that, just click on this data option, and here you can see that we can provide the query. Let's say if I don't want to access all the record, but for some specific record, so for that we can specify query as well. Like I can do group by here, select the fields where having order by. And one more thing is we can use here, like you can simply click on details, and then it will show all the fields we have in this file. Like you can see here, all the fields are mentioned. Where clause, we can select the where clause from here, having, order by, group by. So as per your requirement you can customize your query. Then simply click on apply. Let's say if I want to just I just want to fetch the employee ID, so I will select this, apply, and OK. So you can see here it is showing where, because we have selected in where block. If I go again, so you can see that in where we have selected this. So from where I will remove, and in select I will go, and then I will select the EMP ID and apply and OK. So right now it is showing that we are only selecting the employee ID. Okay, so as per your requirement you can select the column, but for now we are going to fetch the entire data from the file, so we will use asterisk or star for accessing the all data. Then simply click on OK. So once you click on OK, it will be set up, means the data options is set. So this is the through these steps we have instructed that we are going to fetch the data from pub 400, which it automatically takes. Then we are instructing that we have to take the data from sharmit1 slash empf file. Okay, so where my sharmit1 is my library name and empf is my file name. Then, or you can also browse your file from here, but it is bit time taking to directly pass it here in this way. Then go for data option, and in data option you can specify the query if you want to fetch data for a specific query. Fine. Now we will set for the now we will set up the destination file. So for that you can simply click on this detail option. Like from here also you can select display file, active spreadsheet. Active spreadsheet means, let's say if you are working on one Excel file and it is open in one of your window, so you can select this active spreadsheet, and when you transfer the data it will automatically append that data into your existing file, open file. Okay, but usually we don't prefer this option. We go with the new file because every time we want a new file. So you can simply click on this details option. Like other options are here, display file, active calc file, spreadsheet. Okay, so I will simply go and click here on details. From here you can see, just a second, from here. Okay, so we have just press active spreadsheet, so it opens a file because we have selected that option. So let me go to file again. Now go for details, and here you can see there are few options that we are supposed to pass. First one is the file type. So select any file type which you want to use. Let's say .csv. For now we will go with this Microsoft Excel 97 2003 XLS. Fine. From this file action you can select any option, create new file, overwrite existing file, create or overwrite the file even if empty result. So we will select create new file because we want to create new file. From advanced option you can select these things: column name, column labels, we can specify the starting position, okay, and path. So these are the things that we can select from here. Then simply click on cancel. Okay, now this option is very important. Let's say if you want to re-upload the same file again back to this IBMI system, in that case it is mandatory for all of us to use this option, because if you are not selecting this option, then it will not create FDFX file, and we need this FDFX file at the time of uploading the data back to this IBMI system. So make sure that you have selected this if you are intended to upload the file again back to this system. Okay, if you don't want to upload the file, then it is fine, you can leave this option. But if you want to upload, then it is mandatory step, right? So I would recommend you to always keep this selected, because like it might be there might be some requirement where we need to upload the data, so it is always good to keep the FDFX file. So just select this option, click on browse. From browse you can specify the location where you want to save the file, and here you can give the name for FDFX file, right? So with this option we are going to create two files, FDFX file as well as the actual file. So I will put name of my FDFX file as amppf. I will keep the same name for both file. So it will create ampf.fdfx. Just simply click on open. Fine. Now you can simply go and click on OK. Here we are supposed to select the file location for the actual file. So I will go on desktop and I will name it as ampf. Then click on OK. Fine. So we are ready with all points, means we have selected the FDFX file, we have selected the name for the output file. Now you can see this format option as well. You can specify start date, date format, date separator, time. As per your requirement, you can select these options. Just click on OK, and then once you start transferring, it will start firstly I will show you desktop. There is no file, so we will transfer the data from this. So let's click on start transfer. So it will take some time and then it will generate a file. So you can see we got the message, transfer request is complete, transfer statistics 1 second, and rows transfer 5. So let's check the file. You can see there are two files created, emppf.fdfx, which we will use at the time of when we will upload the data back to the system. Okay, and another one is the emppf file, which is Excel format, because we have selected the Excel format, so it creates the Excel format data. So you can see Excel file is open and it contains the same data that we have in our PF. So it is very useful when we are working with multiple records and you want to download entire record into one Excel file. So you can use this option and it will properly align your data as we have already assigned in physical file. So this is the one of the best option you can use for IBMI from IBMI toolbar for data transfer. Fine, so this is the one requirement. Another requirement for download is that, let's say if you want to download any source, or you can say DDS of a file, then how we can do this? It is quite simple. You just need to specify your source physical file name. So just do this thing, library name sharmit1 slash, now you can provide your source physical file name where your DDS is. Okay, and then keep this file name inside a parenthesis of source physical file. So I pass it as sharmit1 slash q sharmit, and in parentheses I pass it as emppf. Now as we are going to take the source, so we can change the file type. So I will go and make it as txt, because I want to save it in a txt format, and this option would be same, other option would be same as it is, and we have already selected the FDFX file, so it will work as it is. Now click OK. This file name, if you want to change name, you can change name for both the files, but if you don't want to change, then it is also fine, because we are using the different format. Then simply click on start transfer. It will take some time, and you can see transfer request is complete, transfer statistics 2 seconds, and row transfer 5. And you can see on desktop we have this file .txt. If you open this, you can see the DDS is here. Okay, so this is also a best way to download the source or the DDS of any program. Let's say if there is any RPGLA program, you can also download that program, right? So, and also it keeps the formatting as it is. So that's the advantage of using this option. Okay. So it only difference is that, like in case of file, we will directly pass the file name after library, but in case of member, you can provide this location, because we know where we have created this DDS. I know that I have created this DDS is in Q Sharmit source physical file, so I just pass it like this, Q Sharmit, and parenthesis you can pass the file name. Okay. And so yeah, these are the things that we can implement using this option. So overall, what we just discussed how to transfer data of a physical file from IBMI system to your Excel sheet or your local system. Another thing we see, like how we can download the source or the member DDS inside from the IBMI system to local system. Both are very useful and important method, because there are many time we see that there are requirement for downloading the data from IBMI system to this local system. So at that time we can use this option for of access client solution for downloading the data or for transferring the data from IBMI. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit. Hello, welcome to TechSharmit. In this session we will cover one more option from access client solution toolbar, which is for data transfer to IBMI. Okay, so in previous part we discussed how to take the download, means how to download the files from your IBMI system to your local system. This time we are going to perform the reverse operation, means we are going to upload the data to IBMI server. We have some data on our local file. You can see here I have one Excel sheet which we have downloaded in our previous session. So this is the data that I have changed. Now I want to upload this data to my IBMI server. So if you remember, in our previous portion we discussed like this FDFX file is mandatory to upload the data to IBMI server. Okay, so make sure that this file you at the time of downloading your data from IBMI, this you must select that option to save this file .fdfx file. If it is not there, then you are not allowed to upload your data. Okay, so in previous part we downloaded both the file FDFX as well as the normal file. So this time we are going to use that file only. So first of all I will show you the data which we have in our physical file, and then we will clear the data and re-upload the data from Excel sheet. So I'm running one query, select star from, my library name is Sharmit1 and file name is emppf. So you can see that this file contains 10 records. Okay, so we will make this clear, clrpfm, then press F4. My file name is emppf, library is Sharmit1. So it is clear. Now we will hit the query again, strsql, select star from Sharmit1 slash emppf. So you can see now the data is removed. Now we will use this option to upload the data back to this IBMI server. So let me close the previous window and reopen this. So we are going to clear, we are going to open this. Just click here. Now for input device we need to browse for our file. So just click on browse, go to desktop, and whatever the file you want to upload, just select that file. But make sure that that file should also contain this FDFX file, because if it is not there, then you will get some error. So just click on file. So it is added. Now in library portion you can select your library either by browsing your library, and then you can select PF, and once it is selected you can click on select and then press OK. But shorter way is like you can simply pass your library name, which is Sharmit1 in my case, then slash and then file name. So file name is emppf. If I click on details, so you can see that by default it is taking my client file description from this path. So there we have that empf.fdfx file. If it was not there, then it will give error, but by default it is taking, so it is taking from that option only. Now here you can see that ibmi file, create ibmi object, no, replace member only. So if there is any member, it will replace the member. If you want to select any option like yes create member, yes create file in member, no replace member only, no append to existing member. So from these options you can select any option. Okay, so as per your requirement you can select any option. Now click on OK, and then you can simply click on start transfer. So on start transfer it will take some time, and then it will give you one message like this: transfer request is complete, transfer statistics is 3 seconds, rows transferred 10. So we can check this. So if I hit the query again, select star from sharmit1/empf. So you can see now data is again inserted. Okay, so this is how we can transfer the data from ibmi system to local system to ibmi system. So these things you can explore by changing the member. Like if you want to create the member, you can click here on yes create member. If you want to create file in member, then click here. Okay, and if you want to just want to replace the member, then you can go with by default option. And another one is to append existing member. So by doing the, let's say we can try this one. So just click on no append to existing member. We will select this and press OK, and then do the start transfer again with same thing. So this time it should copy. So yeah, another 10 records is added. So let's see in file what changes has implemented. So you can see now it appends the new record at the end of the existing record. So this is how we can customize our details option as per our requirement. So yeah, this is all about this data transfer to ibmi. In the next portion we will discuss another topic. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmat. Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmat. In this session we will discuss a process through which we can create the file in our ibmi system through access client solution. Okay, so this time we are not going to use any query, or we are not going to write any DDS, but we will use one feature of access client solution through which we can create the new file in our system. Okay, so for that what you need to do, you can click on either the download option or on the upload button. These two options we have already discussed in previous session. So let's say if I click here on data transfer to ibmi. So once you click here, it will open this window for you, from where you will find this option. If you hover here, it will show this option, create ibmi database file. So just click here on this option. Then step by step it will provide you all the information which is required, and then you can follow those steps and it will create a file for you. We will do this practically. Let's see. So first thing it is providing is welcome. This wizard allow you to create an ibmi database file for an existing client file. So from this we can understand that for creating a new file we need some client file. On the basis of that file it will create a file in our system. You are required to specify the name of the client file from which the ibmi file is based, the name of the ibmi file to create, and several other necessary details. So if you remember, in our previous portion we discussed like how we can create the how we can download the file. So if you haven't covered that session, means how to transfer data from ibmi system to local system or vice versa, then you can go and check those two sessions where we are transferring data from ibmi system to local system and from local system to ibmi system, because there we discuss how we can create the client file with .fdfx file. Okay, because this is mandatory, either if you want to upload the data or you want to create a new file, because on the basis of this only it will create a file. Okay, so this is required thing. Now I will click on the window again. So here I will click on next. Now it is asking for what is the name of the client file which contains your data. So it will ask for a client file uh, which it will walk through, and then on the basis of those data it will create a new file. So I will select emppf.xls. You can select any file for which you want to create the file. So I will select emppf.xls, then I will click on next. On clicking on next, it will ask for the type. What is your client file type? So if you remember, at the time of downloading the file, we set this option, Microsoft Excel 97-2003.xls. So same type you can select. If your type is different, you can select from here. Then simply click on next, and then it will ask create file description file. What is the name of the file description file you would like to create? Note that if the already if the file already exists, it will be overwritten. So here you need to pass the new name, because if it is already there, then it will replace that file. So I'm passing it as emppf.fdfx. So you can browse either. If you want to browse, you can select this description file. So you can see browse the file description file. So this is required, right? These both files are required, and this file we can create only when downloading, like when we download the data. At the same time, we select this file, say file description, client file description, and it will create it. Okay, so it is mandatory. Now you can browse that and select that. After that, just click on the next button. Here it will show change data option. To properly create an ibmi database file, the correct options for your data must be provided. Options such as date format, decimal separator must be set to match your data. Data corruption or failure may result when transferring data to system if data format options are not set properly. The options must match the actual contents of your data. To set the proper options for your data, select data options. So if you want to set your data options, then you can click on this data option button. Here you can set either the date format, date separator, time format, time separator, or you can click on this decimals, from where you can select the decimal separator. We can select the select data options, and you can, as per your requirement, let's say if you want to change the CCS ID, you can select from here. Default character data type, you can select from here. Okay, so now just click on OK. If you have if you have implemented any changes, just click on save and then press OK. We are not going to change anything now. We are going with default value, so just keep your value default and then click on next. Here you can select the date range. If you want to start start with a specific position or ending position, you can select as per your requirement, then click on next. Here you can, here it is providing the information, scan client file. To create an ibmi database file, the client file must be scanned to determine its data layout. Select start scan to begin the scan. So what it will do, it will scan your file which is already there in the system, and then on the basis of that file it will create a new file. So just click on start scan. So basically this file it is taking for base purpose. So from the basis of this it will create new file. If you want to select this option, you can select first row of data contains field name, then click on next. So it suggests these fields. You can see below is the list of fields which with the scan operation determine the client file contain. Okay, so from our file data it determine these fields. So if I open my Excel sheet, you can see there are also 3 fields. So it it suggested 3 fields for us. These fields definition will be used to create the ibmi file. So it will take some time, and yeah, so it contains 3 fields, that's why it suggested 3 fields only. Now these are the suggestion, but if you want to customize it, you can customize. Just click here, then go for details, and from here you can select the name. So let's say I want to select emp name. Okay, here I would go and put the description employee name, then select type. From any type, from this list of type you can select any type as per your requirement. Put the length, I will put it as 30. If you want to change CCS ID, you can change. Default value you can change. Null capable if you want to select, you can select, and include in file description file, and OK. Okay, because we are going to include all the changes in new file description file. So I select this and press on OK. So it is customized. Similarly, I will customize the other 2 files. So let's say if I want to make it as emp id, I will go make it as emp id employee id, type is character, length is instead of character, let's say if I go with DEC float, decimal float, and make it as 16. Okay, then click on OK. With, if as per your requirement you can change these value, but I am going with the default value and click on OK. Now then we will select and customize this third field. So just go here and write EMP city. Here I would write employee city, and then from here you can select character, length is 30, then simply go with OK. Fine. So these are the suggestion and we have customized these suggestion. But suppose if you want to add more field, then in that case you can simply click on this. From here you can select the details again if you want to customize it, although there is a separate button for that. Second option, insert field before. If you want to add field before EMPCT, you can select this. If you want to add insert new field after this, you can select this. And if you want to delete any particular field, let's say if by mistake some field is added, so you can select remove for deleting it. But make sure that it is very crucial thing, like if you are removing something, you must be sure that that field is not required for you, otherwise it will remove it. Okay, now go and select insert field after. From here you can provide the another details, let's say EMP state, and here I would put it as EMP employee state. From here you can select any type as per your requirement. I would go with character, and I will check this include in file description, because next time if I want to download this file description, this should contain this field also, because this is we are adding new. Okay, now click on OK. So all fields are added. If you want to add more fields, you can simply click right click here and you can add field either before or after as per your requirement. Then simply click on next. Here it would ask for where should your database file be created. So as we are using public server, so you can select pub400.com, or if you are using any other server, you can select that, and then simply click on next. Here it would ask for the library name as file name. So you can see what is the name of the file you want to create. For example, testlib/test file. So here testlib is library name, test file is file name. The file you specify must already exist in the specified library, and you must have authority to write the library. Okay, because authority is needed, and also if the file is already there, then it would replace it. So better to provide a file which is not existing. Now I would put my file library name here. So my library name is Sharmit1 slash my file name. So I would make it as ACS file. Okay, if you want to browse, you can browse from here also, but it is a good way to directly put the name as if you remember it. So I would mention it as Sharmit1. I want to create this ACS file in Sharmit1. So before we create this, let me check if it is already there or not. So I would go work obj slash sharmit1 slash ACS file. Click on OK. So you can see object is not there. Fine. So now we will create this. So we have provided this information. So it will create ACS file in library Sharmit1. Then simply click on next. And here you can provide your text. So let's say I would make it as file. This is text description for your object. File created from ACS. Okay. Now click on next again. So here it is asking us for confirming all the options. So you can see system is pub400, which is correct. Library file is also correct. File description, client file description file is also correct. So I would go and click on next. If it is not correct, if you want to do any changes, you can click on back button, and then you can process, or then again go here and confirm it. So I will go and confirm because my provided information is correct. So I will click on next. It will take some time, and then it will show some message to you. So you can see, congratulations, you have successfully created an ibmi database file. Use data transfer to ibmi to transfer the data from your client file to new database file. Press finish to return your database transfer. So as we are taking reference from an existing file, so it is suggesting if you want to transfer that data also from that client file, then you can go to ibmi to transfer option and then you can transfer your data. So in our previous part or a session, we discussed like how to transfer data from local system to your IBMI system. So same thing you can do here also if you want to transfer data from your local to this new file. Okay, but we would go with some other approach. So let's click on finish. So it is created. Let's check if it is there or not. So we will hit the same command again, work obj sharmit1 slash acs file, then click on OK. So you can see it is created now. If I take option A to verify the information, so you can see it is created on 6th, on 9th. Okay, and time is this, in library this, created by user system. So all these information are provided, so it means it is created. Now we will verify using the strsql select star from sharmit1 slash acs file. So you can see it is showing the blank field because this file is created but with blank. We have not transferred any data, right? So if I take F4 here and if F4 here also, then you can see it is providing the file field information. So these are the type that we have selected. These are the length we have selected. Okay. So it is providing that. Now if you want to see text description, press F11. It will show you the text description. Okay. Fine, so let's try to insert some data to it. So I will reuse my query. So this is the query. I will make it as ACS file. So what we are doing here, insert into library sharmit1 slash ACS file. So it will insert the data into ACS file which resides in library sharmit1. These are the fields I want to update. These are the values for which I want to add the data, and these are my values. Okay, this is the decimal field, so I pass it directly without quotes, and other fields are inside a quote. So just hit enter. One row inserted. We can verify again using the same command or query. Select star from sharmit1 slash acs file. So you can see now it contains data. Okay, so if you want to transfer your data, so let's say the advantage of this option, we saw this process like how we can create the file. Now we will see what are the advantage of this process. So let's say if someone has shared you the Excel sheet which contains thousands of record, and it is your task to create a new file into your IBMI system and then write the data into it. So what we can do, we can use this feature to create the file using ACS tool options. Okay, create file, and through that it will automatically observe your file, and then it will check like what all fields are needed, and it will suggest you all those fields, and as per your requirement you can customize also. You can customize those fields also, and once it is created, then you can simply transfer that data also to this new file. Okay, or if you want to insert it manually, then it is also fine, but creating a file for multiple column again and again, it is bit time taking. So better option is to go with this approach, and then you can use this option to create a new file into your IBMI system. Okay, so yeah, this is the advantage of this option. I hope you find this session useful. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit.
Hello, welcome to TechSharmit. In this session, we will discuss one more option from the toolbar of Access Client Solution. Okay, so let me show you that option first. So I will take my mouse cursor there, and once you hover on this option, it will show the description, run the integrated file system plugin to view files. So why we need that? As we all know that IBMI has their own IFS where we have some files, like we can create our directories files in that IFS location. So what is IFS? Integrated file system. As our in if we talk about the Windows system, we have that file system, right, where we store the files and all. Similarly, we have the file system uh, in IBMI also, where we store the files, which is known as integrated file system. So how to access that? So if I talk about the IBMI itself, then you can use this command work lnk and then simply hit enter. So it will open that location, or you can say IFS location, where all the directories that you have created is being stored. So these are the files. Okay, so let me delete this file because this we are going to upload from the system itself. Fine. So now if you want to access the same directory, or means you want to check all these details but in your system, then how we can use this? So for that you can use this plugin, which is the run integrated file system plugin. So I will click here. So it will take some time, and then once your window is open, then you can easily access all your files from that plugin itself. Okay, we can directly take files from here, we can upload back to the system. So let's say if I want to see any file from here. Okay, let's say I want to go. Okay, let's upload some file here. Okay, so right now you can say that directory is stored as /home/sharmit. So if you want to upload any file here, so what you can do, just go to your desktop, create one text file, and I have stored some data in it, file uploaded from local system. Now just simply go back to your IFS location from the plugin, and then you can right click on your window. So once you do right click here, it will provide you the option for uploading the file. So let me click there. Let me zoom out first. So you can see one option here, upload. So just simply click there, go to desktop, because we have stored the file on desktop itself. Now select your file and simply click on open. It will ask for confirmation, and if there is already one file, so you can click on this replace existing file, otherwise you can click on OK. So it will take some time, and then it will upload your file to IFS location of ibmi. So what basically we are doing here, we are uploading the data from local system to ibmi system using inside IFS location using system using this option for plugin of IFS. Okay, so you can see the messages at bottom, successfully uploaded the sample.txt file. Now if you go to your green screen again, and if you do work lnk, then you can see, let me relog in this. Work lnk, and here you can see that sample.file should be here. Here it is. So you can take option 5 to view this data. Okay, so we got this data. Similarly, if you want to modify this, you can take option 2. From here you can take option I for inserting a line, and I will add one line, data added from ibmi. Okay, just do F3 for save and exit, and then just go to your plugin again, do refresh. So for refresh you can use this button, and then once you click here on the sample.txt, right click here, just click here, and then it will provide you an option for view, like you can download this, upload this, right? So just click on view. Basically on view also it is downloading file in our local system, and then it shows the file. So you can see that message, download completed, and you can see now it is showing the updated data. So this is one advantage of using this option, because if you want to do some changes in your IFS file, then you can simply download it into your local system, and then you can modify the changes and then re-upload the same to ibmi system, or vice versa also we can perform. Like if you want to do changes in IFS location, then you can upload your file there, and then you can do some changes. If you remember in our previous sessions, we discussed one program where we were doing the parsing for XML file. So that time also we uploaded the file in IFS location in work link, right? And also there was one session where we were writing the data directly from ibmi system to IFS location. So that time also we used this option. Okay, but not from the ACS, we were using from work link command only. And another thing is, like if there is a something which you want to download to your system, then you can simply move that file into your IFS location, and from IFS you can simply download this file. Okay, So yeah, this is the one advantage. Now another thing you can check here is like if you want to change the directory, you can simply go and specify the path which you want to access. Let's say I want to go for home directory, then Sharmit, and then I want to access my folder Tuck Sharmit. So if I hit enter, it will show me that particular folder. So it contains two files. So right now it is showing me these two files which I have created in October month, right? So it is also showing those details like when it is modified last time. Okay. And if you want to directly go to the parent directory, then you can simply click here on this button and it will take you to the parent directory, which is Sharmit. Now if you want to clear these messages, then you can simply go and here you will find in like for show detailed message, you can click here. Show all directories and files, you can click here. Clear messages, you can simply click here. In actions, you can find all those options which we got from this right click. Once you right click on any file, firstly select any file and then right click, so it will show all those options again. Okay, so same option you can find from action tab also. Another interesting thing is preferences. If you want to set some preferences, let's say I want to download the file, but every time I would like to download this file into desktop, so I can select this. If I want to specify a particular location where I want to download all my files, then I can select the specify location and I can browse that particular folder. So this is very good feature. Like if you want to download anything, then you can specify location as well. Otherwise by default it download in download folder. Another thing is that initial directory. So whenever you click on this option, it will go and take the initial directory as home directory, which is /home/Sharmit. In your case, your name would be there, your username. In my case, my username is Sharmit, so it is showing me /home/Sharmit. Okay, same thing here also we can do. If you, let's say if I want to access every time /home/Sharmit/tech Sharmit. So what I will do, I will go here, specify location, and there I can pass that path which I want to open on every time when I open this folder. Now another thing is show detail message, show all directory. These things you can click for like this is just for the view purpose, so you can select as per your requirement. And here you can see all the messages which are coming to after executing the commands. And this is the filter portion. Let's say if I want to find out all the files which is SPLF, so I will simply type SPLF, it will filter out those data. If I want to go and search for, let's say if I search for 1, so it will find out all those thing which contains the 1. Let me change, let's make it R. So it shows all the record which is containing, which is included with R. Okay, and this option you can see for parent directory, and this is for refresh. So yeah, these are the all things that we can perform using this plugin, and this is very important plugin if you are working daily basis with IFS location. Then you can simply use this option, run integrated file system plugin to view files, and then you can simply perform all these operation, transferring data and uploading data. Okay, so I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit. Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session we will discuss one more option from the toolbar of Access Client Solution. So for that, what you need to do, firstly click here on this option. So once you hover there, it will show you the description, view spool files in output queue. So this option we use to access the spool files or the printer file in output queue, but without using this command. So usually what we do, we go and hit the command work SPLF in order to check all spool files and printer files, right? But with this option, there is no need to hit this command. You can directly access it from a window of Access Client Solution itself. So once you click here, it will open this kind of screen for you. Okay, where you will find all those spool files, and these are the details that you can get from here, like output name, user specified data, user who has created these spools, status, printer, pages per copy, like how many spool pages are there in one spool file, copies left, date created, when this spool file is created, output queue, spool number, job name, as well as the printer device type. So these all information we got from here. Now let's say if I want to download any particular spool file from here, then what I can do, I can simply right click here, and from these option I can choose anyone, download only, download and view. This thing we have already covered in one session where we were talking about how to download spool file. So same option you can use there also, like to download, in order to download the spool file. Okay, but mainly in this portion we will discuss few more things along with this download option. Okay, so here you can see view only, hold, release, delete. So these are the options that you can select. Let's say if I want to view any particular spool file, I can directly click on view only. Then it will open a default browser for me where I can simply view this document. So you can see it is showing me this spool for this EMPPF program. So this is the advantage of using this option. Now if we talk about these options, so you can click here on actions. In actions panel you can see that these are the same option that we got from right click. Then we have view. So if you want to hide anything from here, let's say I don't want to see this printer device type, so I can simply deselect this and it will be hidden. And if you want to see this active task pane, you can select this, it will show the active task pane. So it is as per your requirement, you can select any of these options. If you want to refresh your screen, you can refresh it, just simply click on refresh or take F5. Then we have reset column to fit size, you can select this, it will reset the column. Then printer device type, if you want to select any device, means you want to see the device type, you can select here. Now here on this edit option you will find some preferences tab. Preferences tab means here you can specify the download location. So let's say if I want to download this file on a particular location, then I can select from here as per my requirement. So first option and by default option is download to desktop. So whenever I download something, it will be downloaded on the desktop itself. But if you want to download on a temporary location, you can select this. If you want to download it in a configuration root folder, then you can select this. And if you want to specify any particular folder there, then you can simply click here on specify location. There you can specify a particular you can browse folder, and wherever you want to store it, just specify that. Here you can check this append system name, use PDF format if available. So these are the options that you can select. For now I'm just making it as download and okay. So this is from the preferences, and in preferences we have covered all these options. Another thing is filter. Yeah, this is also very important thing. So from here you can select the user type. Let's say if I want to select all the spool for current user, I can go with this. If I want to select for all user, I can go with this option. Specify user, here you can specify the user as well, like for which particular user you want to access the spools. Okay, by default it is set on current user. Now output queue, all output queue, or is there any specific output queue which you want to refer, then you can select from here. You can select for particular job as well, like name, user number. You can specify job name, job username and job number. User specified data, if you want to access all the entries, you can select this. No user data, specify your user data. This feature is very important. Let's say if you are working on any project and there you need a specific spool files for a given data range, then you can select this specific date and time, and from here you can select the date. So what it will do, it will provide only those spool which generated in between these duration. Okay, so this option you can use, and then simply click on OK after changing, and then it will update the things. On file it is just for exit. So we have covered all these options, and below you can see all those messages which we have covered so far. Like if you have downloaded anything, it will show like this file is being downloaded from this option, and directory also it is showing like what is the download directory. You can change also as well, like we just discussed how to set the preferences. And here it will give the information like 14 spool is retrieved, 0 selected. If you select anything, then it will show 1 selected. So yeah, these are the option. And one more thing, like if you want to hold any particular spool, then you can simply click here, then right click, and then you will find one option for hold. So once you click on this, then you can filter the data. If I select here on the title, it will show all the record which is hold at the top and then ready status. So this is very important thing. So if you are not sure like this is your file or not, then you can simply right click here and then you can click on release to release the spool file. So now the spool file is released. Okay, but if you want to hold any spool file, you can simply right click there and you can click on hold. Now similar filter you can apply here as well. Let's say if I want to sort the data as per the pages per copy, so I can select here, then you can see now it is showing all the data with 1 page per copy, 10 page per copy. Okay, so this is how we can sort the data. So we just saw this option how we can set the right hold and release. If similarly if you want to delete any spool file, you can delete it from here. So yeah, these are the all options that we can perform with this toolbar option, view spool file in output queue. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit. Hello, welcome to TechSharmit. In this session we will discuss one more option from the access client toolbar. So for that I will take my mouse cursor to that particular option, which is manage db2 for I database. So through this option you can manage your database using this option. So let me show you one file first. So if I go and check my object work obj in qgpl, which is system library, and my file name is emppf. So this is the file that we have stored in our system library, and now we will use this option to manage this file. Okay, so just simply click here. So once you click here, it will open one window for you. There you can do some selection, and there are various functionality that you can perform. Means there are many operations we can perform to the database. So we have to explore those all area and then we can use it. So you can expand this pub 400 because we are using public server. So just expand this. Then from here you can expand this schemas. So once you expand this, it will show two libraries, which is games 400, pub 400 library, and a qgpl system library. So just expand this qgpl. Here you will find all objects. Like there are multiple options and multiple operations that we can perform, like all we can check all database object, alias, column mask, constraint, function, global variables, indexes, journal receivers. If you want to check information regarding journals, you can check here journals, procedure, row permission, sequences, SQL packages, tables, triggers, type, views, XML schema, repository. All information you can fetch from here. For example, there, like as I told you, there are many things we are not supposed to cover all these options in one session. So we will discuss few things, and then later as per requirement we will explore these options. Okay, so for now I will click here on all database object. Now it will show all the objects which resides in this qgpl library. So I will sort this with owner name so that I can access my object. Now I will go and look for my library, my owner. Here it should show Sharmit because we have created an object with Sharmit. So yeah, here it is. Okay, so once you select this pf or whatever the thing you are checking for, just click here, right click, then you will see more options. First one is definition, generate SQL, query and run SQL script, journaling. So you can find all the information related to journaling here. View journal entries. If you want to check for all journal entries, you can check here. Logs, logged record, permission, reset users count, statistic data. Select for compare. You can compare as well. If you have two objects, you can compare that object as well. Comments, index advisor. Okay, and then we have work with object, like you can perform these operations. You can check materialize query table, data. If you want to clear the data of your physical file, you can clear from here itself. We can reorganize it, we can truncate the file, and so many options are there. Like for new, we can add new alias to this table, column mask, index, row permission, trigger as well.
So for now I will just click on definition, because in definition I will show you like what all information this PF have, and how we can manage those information. If there is any requirement when we want to change the definition of a PF, then from this screen itself you can change it. So let's wait for this. It is open. So from here you can click on columns. It will show all those columns with all detail, like how many length it contain for a particular field. Okay, and if you scroll down you can see other information as well, like CCS ID and all other information. So just go through it, and if you want to modify any of the information, just select that particular thing, click on definition again, and then it will open another table screen where you can perform the modification. So here, from here you can select the like field as it is already taken, system name is taken, from type if you want to change the type you can change from here, then length is there, right, and default value you can set, generated value you can set, heading. So these options you can check, and if you want to add new field you can simply click here on add and it will add a new field for you. Similarly, we have another tab for key constraint, foreign key constraint, check constraint, materialized query, partitioning. So these things you can explore when you are working with these particular area. So that's why I told you that we will explore one by one whenever we are working on these options. At that time we will come again to these options and we'll explore it. Okay, for now just we are giving one demo like how these options we can navigate and explore as per our requirement. Similarly, if you click here on functions, it will show all the functions, constraints, right? So these things we can explore. Another, if I go and expand this option, which is database maintenance, then it will check other things like check pending constraint, DB2 mirror resynchronizations, index build, index rebuild, table alter, table reorganization, transactions. So for these two options you need authority, which we don't have because of we are working on public server. So and also work with proper responsibility. If you are working on public server, you should not change or impact any other thing which are not supposed to do. Okay, so please take care of this thing and only use your own object in order to do some modification and in order to change something. Okay, so yeah, so these are the all options that we can explore from this option. And in case of preferences, you can click on preferences, you can select the naming convention either as per the SQL or as per the system. In view you will find some other options like refreshing the data, actions, you can see these are the actions. Okay, and run SQL script, this option is separate thing, so we will discuss in detail when we were discussing, well, at the time when we will discuss this thing. Okay, so and if you want to sort any particular data, then you can click on that column and it will sort data accordingly. So right now it is showing data from A, and if I select again, so it will show the data from reverse order, means it is now showing the data from Z first. Okay, so yeah, these are the options and these are the things that you can explore. There are many things which we can learn from here, like how we can um, navigate and browse this alias portion, journals. Okay, so these things we will check one by one in upcoming sessions. So yeah, so that's all for this part. I hope this is clear to all of you. In the next portion we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Texture Myth. Hello, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session, we will cover one more option from the toolbar of Access Client solution, which is related to SQL script. Okay, so let me show you that option. So once you hover and look for this, just go and search for this icon, which the description is run SQL statement and sale command, and then simply click here. So once you click here, it will open this screen for you where you can perform all the SQL related operation that we perform on DB2 STR screen. Okay, so same operation you can perform here also along with some additional features. So in this portion we will discuss about those features, like how what are thing we can implement here. Okay, so first of all I will start with a very basic query which will fetch the data from a one physical file. So for that I will run one query, select star from my library name. This time I'm using QGPL, which is system library dot emppf. So one difference is here only, like whenever you are trying to access any file from a library, then you have to qualify it with dot instead of slash. In STRSQL what we were doing, we were using slash, but here we need to use this dot. Okay, so from this query itself you can find one feature, like it highlights those fields which is keywords, right? So you can see select a keyword from a keyword, so it highlights, so which provide a better visuals to the developer. Fine, now how to run this query? So to run this query we have three options. So firstly select this, then hover your mouse here, so you can see run all. So what it will do, it will run the query, all the queries which is mentioned in this document. Second is for run from selected, and third one is run selected. So as per your requirement you can select any of this method. I will go with run all, so I will just click here run all. So it will execute my query and will show the data. So you can see now the data is displayed on this screen. Okay, so this is the one advantage. From here you can find all the different, means all the keyword with different color, and there are three options to execute the query. You can run all the query at a time. You can run the query as per selected query as well. I have configured one way through which if I double click on this particular statement, it will automatically execute it. So I will also let you know like how we can customize this option, so that whenever you click on statement it will execute that query. Fine, now we will see the another feature. Another feature is, suppose you have, okay, before that I will show you the prompt option. So let's say if I don't know what query I need to hit on here, I forgot the thing. So what I can do, I can press control space. So once you press control space, it will provide you the suggestions. This is very good feature. It will provide you suggestion for template, like select star from table. So you can use this template and then you can customize it as per your requirement. So similarly there are many other template: insert, update, delete, merge, create, truncate, values. So these options you can use and then you can configure as per your requirement. So for now I will show you this option. So if I hit enter here, so it provide like this. Okay, so from here I can simply customize as per my requirement. Let's say I want to fetch data from QGPL dot emppf. So QGPL is my library name and empppf is my physical file name. Fine, now suppose I don't want to go and look for all data. Instead of that I want to show only particular data. So what I can do, I can, instead of asterisk, I can press F4 here. So once you press F4 near asterisk, it will provide you all the proposal that you can use. So from here, let's say I want to show only the employee name, so I will select this, and you can see if I run this query again, I will double click to execute, so it will show only employee name. So this is the good feature, right? Instead of writing fields manually, you can select it from here. So if you press F4 here, it will show you, it will provide you the proposal. Like if I, let's say if I want to delete this, instead of that I will take F4 again, and from here I can select the fields as much as I want to. Instead of all column, I will select these three fields and hit enter, so it will select these three fields only. Okay, and if I execute this, it will show only these three fields. So this is the feature of run SQL script. Okay, another thing is, similarly if I don't want to fetch this PF, instead of that I want to look for other PF, so I will take F4 on QGPL dot, and once I take F4, it will list down all those files which resides in library QGPL, and from that list I can select as per my requirement. Let's say if I want to work for any other physical file but I don't remember the name, but I know that that file is resides in QGPL library, so I can take F4, and from the list of the libraries which resides in QGPL I can select my file. So these are the all files which resides in QGPL library. Okay, so this is the one feature, and from there, like if you want to select anything, you can just select that field. Let's say I want to hit use this and then hit enter, so it will be selected. So this is the one feature of using this query. Right now I don't have authority to this file, so that's why it is giving me error. Also these fields are also not there, right? So let me try with asterisk. I think this is not my file, so it will give error. Yes, I don't have authority, so it is giving me error, not authorized to object this, because we are using public server and we are not provided with this authority. Fine. Now another thing, let me run this query again. Select star from qgpl dot emppf. So I'm running this query. As of now we are just running this small query, but let's say if there is any long query and I want to like properly structure that query, then how we can do this? We have feature for this. Just look for this option format selected and just select this. So you can see this query is now formatted. So this is very good feature of this option, means through this option you can just structure your query. So if you are working with long query, you can select this option and it will format it. Okay. Another good feature of this is, like, if I want to use some template, so there are many predefined examples. So if you hover here, you can see insert from example. Select this and here you can see all queries example are given here as per the categories like DDL, DML, DCL. So let's go for DDL. So here you can see all those templates are given here. Create a schema. If you want to create a schema, it will provide this. Create or replace alias for table. So these are the all options that you can perform. You can simply use from here. So let's say I want to add one column to my PF, so I can go and select this and simply use insert. So it is added. Now I can customize it. So instead of table, I will go and make the changes in qgpl dot emppf. You can use any library. It is not required that you always supposed to use this qgpl. Instead of that, you can use your own library. Let's say Sharmit one. I can use Sharmit one as well. Okay. So alter table. So in this case I don't need to remember all the syntax because I can reuse this and customize it. So alter table, my library name I mentioned, add column 3 integer. So let's say I just want to add another column, so I will just double click here. Okay, I need to select this first and double click. Let me check why it is not working. So what it is giving, that this column is already existing. Okay, so for that, because I have already used this option, so I will make it as column 3, column 4. Now I will try to run this. So it is completed successfully. So if I run this query, select star from qgpl dot emppf, and if I run this, it should show the fourth column as well. We can see the fourth column is added. Okay, so this is very good feature, like through which you can select any option from this. Alter table to add a foreign key constraint, hash partition. So there are many template you can use from here. Then similarly we have DML option, insert into column table. Just select here and use it. Then it will provide you the template and you can customize it. Similarly we have DCL. Okay, and routine function procedure statements. So no need to remember all these things, syntax. You can simply use it from here. Special register, built-in global variable, miscellaneous, ibmi service, db2 mirror, SQL built-in function, custom. Okay, so these are the way through which you can use any of the function and then you can customize it as per your requirement and then you can run that query. Now suppose I want to create my own example. Let's say if I have one query that I'm going to run on daily basis, so I will make example of it and then I can reuse it. So for that you can use this third option, save as new example. From here you can give any name to this description. Let's say show data. Okay, so you can see, and category if you want to change, Sharmat file. for example, I just give this name, okay, and show data. So what it will do, it will create a sample for this. Use description is checked, and where it is saving, you can see that it is an example folder, and click on OK. File has been saved successfully. Now whenever I need to execute this query, I will simply go here and I will go for my option, show data. So this is the option that we have added. So simply go and execute. Okay. So this is very good feature through which you can save your own example as well. You can use predefined example as well as you can add your own example. Another one is insert generated SQL. If you want to insert generated SQL, you can use this option. Okay. So these are not used frequently, but if there is any requirement from here, you can add this option. Fine. Another thing, job log. If you want to check the job log, you can select from here. It will show you all the job log related details. So whatever the jobs are running here, it will provide all those information. Okay. Now another options are here, explain. So if you want to explain any particular query, not the simple one, if you are working for a complex query, then you can use this feature, explain, run and explain while running. And this option is for printing. If you want to take a print, you can take the print as well. Okay, so these are the some options. Now I will show you, like if you have saved all your queries, there are a couple of queries that you have inserted and run here, so you can save that as well. You can just go from save as, you will find three options: PC file, IFS stream file, source physical file. You can select, and then you can give name to your file. And then for now I am just saving with the same title, untitled 1.sql, so it will save this file. So next time if I want to reuse this file, I means reuse this query and whatever the files I have written here, I will go and simply click on open, and from open tab I will select my query. So I will go open PC file untitled dot, so you can see now all the queries are retrieved. So from here you can save the queries as well. Okay, now I will quickly show you that option through which we can double click and execute the file. So for that you can go on edit, from here go to preferences and just check this option, run statement, and double click. So there are many options that you can use, and as per your requirement you can select this option. Then we have result tab, content assist tab, SQL formatter. Fine. So this is also good feature. If you want, like we are formatting the SQL, but if you want to customize formatting also, then you can customize. From here you can select, and let's say if I want to show all the keyword and built-in function in lowercase, so I can select it from here. By default it is on uppercase, but if you want to change it, you can change. Okay, do not change option is also there, uppercase, first letter. So these options you can select. Layout, maximum line width, line length, indent, how many lines of indent you want, cursors, right? New line on comma, new line on and or. So as per this you can change. Okay, and then you can see the output here, and then you can apply. So if you have implemented any changes, just click on apply and then click on OK. These are some graph related information, so just for now I'm clicking on OK. So we just covered all these options: new, open, save. These are shortcut, cut, copy, paste. These formatting options. These are the run option. These are the run and explain. So if you are working with complex queries, you can use this, it will explain. Okay, then in edit, these are the some things that we have already covered, like example, assist, search. So there are many options that you can explore, right, as per your requirement. If you want to clear all the messages, let's say if I go here, so there are multiple messages, so I can clear this also. View, and from here I will go and clear messages, so it will clear my all messages. So instead of showing all messages, you can customize it yourself by your own. From here you can customize font if you want to customize it. Okay, but I would suggest to go with default because everything is perfect. But if you still want to customize it, you can customize it from here. Output and messages, connection, if you want to make any other connection, you can select. Run, so these are run, explain, monitor. This is related to system performance or SQL performance. Okay, editors. So these are the options for editing. Tools, these are the other options, like for data transfer, these things we have checked, right? Help, if you want to take help, you can take help from here, you can learn from here. Okay, so these are the basic operation that you can perform through this SQL script, and this is very good thing. You can explore many other things as well, as the video length is going to extend more than as we are expecting. So that's why I'm just covering all those things which are useful, and as of now you can use this, but later in deep, if there is any requirement, we will surely cover those features also as well. Okay, so yeah, we discussed the few points, like taking prompt from this screen, which is useful. Formatting, if you want to format the queries, you can format it. Run this. Examples are very good thing, like if you want to hit any query, then you can simply select and insert example from here. You can add your own examples as well. Okay, so yeah, these are the options that we can utilize. I hope it is clear to all of you, and in the next portion we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Texture Myth. Hello, welcome to Texture Myth. In this session we will cover one more option from Access Client Solution toolbar, which is related to display. So let me select that option. So once you hover your mouse on this icon, it will show the description, set display cursor and text option. So just click here. It will open this screen, and from here you can select few options. So you can see there are many categories: cursor, rule line, sound and viewing. We will see one by one each category. Okay, so first one is for cursor. In cursor, by default it is set on underline. So if I show you again, so if I place my cursor here, you can see that this is a cursor with underline, right? And it is also not blinking. So we will change these two settings. So let me go to that option again, and if I want to make it as block, then I can select block and press OK, so it will turn to block. So right now it is not a underline, it is a block, but usually we go with underline only. And from here we can make the pointer as crosshair. So if I select OK, so you can see now the pointer is crosshair. Okay, so this is used to locate the thing quickly, so that's why we make it as crosshair. Now there is one option, allow blinking cursor. So if I select this and press OK, so you can see wherever my cursor is, it will continuously blinking. Okay, so this is used because let's say if I forgot my cursor here, so it will show by blinking that this cursor is present at this location. Now another option is related to the blinking text, host color, mapped color. So these things usually we don't use, but still if you want to learn more about this, you can go for help section, and there you can learn, like this is mainly for those field where we have set the blink attribute. So if you have selected this blinking text, so it will blink. Okay, and from here you can select the mapped color, host color. Okay, and one more thing, like if by mistakenly you have changed any feature from here, means any functionality, then you can simply click on reset all, so it will reset all the things to default options. So this is good feature, because if you are exploring something and by mistakenly you have selected something which we are not supposed to select, in that case you can click on reset all and it will reset all your values. Another category is for rule line. So by it is off, so I will make it turn on, then okay, so you can see rule line is present. So this thing mainly we use when we are writing the code in RPGLE. So for proper indentation we use this, especially for fixed format code where we are writing the code, it will show the X as well as the Y coordinate properly. So from here you can, let's say if I have started my DCL here, so I can, with this line I can properly indent this thing, and I keep my NPR here. Okay, so this is the feature that we can use from here. Now we will see another option from rule line, follow cursor. So if I stop it, means if I set as no, so you can see now this line is fixed. If I move my cursor, it will not change. So this thing mainly we used, let's say if you are designing any display file where you want to fix few lines, so just means every time you need this fixed coordinate, so you can fix it like this, and then you can edit the other thing by your manually, Okay, but usually we always allow it to move with the cursor because that's the way through which we can easily use this. So I will allow this follow cursor, yes. In style you can select vertical, horizontal as well as crosshair. So let's say vertical, so in this case it will show only the vertical line. Similarly, if you go and select for horizontal, then it will show only for the horizontal line. And if you select for crosshair, then it will show the line in crosshair. So now it is, so this one is the good one, means because from this line we will be able to understand both XY coordinates. So this is all about the rule line. Now the sound, in sound you can select anything like normal, error, off, and from this list you can select the sounds. So for selecting the sound you can select a particular sound and then click on test, so it will generate that sound, and as per your requirement you can select. But I would suggest to don't change these things because by default it is taking the wave file from the default wave file, so it is all set and it is okay to use. So just make it reset all and keep it as default. Now another thing is viewing. In viewing we have one option for column separator. So this thing I will show you on another tab because there I have set some column. So you can see right now there is no column separator, so I will make some column separator. So just turn on this and make it as dot and click on OK. So you can see now, you can see that these dots are coming below these lines, which indicate that column is separated by dot. Similarly, if you want to make it line separator, then you can select it as line, but it will not look good. So that's why we either we go with the dot separator, or I personally keep it as off. So this time it will not show any kind of separators. Another thing is row column indicator on OIA. So if I turn this, you can see this right now it is showing row and column, but if I make it turn off, then it will be hidden. So but this is also required, we need this values when we are designing printer file or sub file. So that's why I always keep it as on. And these options we are not going to use as of now, so we will discuss it later once we are here. And as I told you that if by mistakenly if you have changed anything, then you can click on reset all and it will reset all the settings again for you. Okay, so yeah, this is all for this option, set display cursor and text options. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next portion we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmat.
Hello, welcome to Tech Sharmat. In this session, we will discuss one more toolbar option for Access Client solution, which is for setting the display color. So for that, you need to locate this icon in your system, which is setup display colors, and then just simply click here, and it will open this window for you. Here you can see that there are three categories: field color, OIA color, and other. So one by one we will see like what all thing we can do here. And if you look on the top, it is mentioned here on your screen, click the area you want to change or select the from the list below. So if you, let's say if I want to change this color, right now it is coming as turquoise. So what I can do, I can simply select this color, just click on that particular color, and it will provide you this option where you can change the color. So right now I'm changing it for foreground, means uh, the like this is for foreground, this is for background, so I will make it as red, and so you can see now it is changed to red. Similarly, if I want to change the background color here, so I can make it as, let's say I want to make it as white, so it is changed to white. Okay, let me make it normal again. So for now I will make it as purple, and this one as, or let's say if by mistakenly you have changed any color, then you can simply click on reset and it will reset all your color back. Okay, so as previously, like by default it comes with green, but normally I always prefer to go with this color, that's why my screen look like this. Okay, now if we want to change this color, the function keys color. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply select that color on my screen. Up after opening this window, I will select this color, and then from here you can change this color. So let's say I want to change it to dark brown, so I make it as brown. Okay, similarly if you want to change background color, you can change that also. So this is how we will change. Now another thing is this color. Let's say if I want to change this color, so I will select this, and from here I can change this color as well. So it is changed to red. By default it is on white. Now another information is this. So if I select this information, then it will provide me option to change the color, and I can change from here. So you can, okay, so it was not selected. Let me select it this again. Let me reopen this. So first of all I will make reset all, and then I will select this color. So now I can select. Let me reopen this. So from here I can means we saw like how these changes are done, means like if I want to change this color, so from here I can change it to red or whatever the color I want to select. Okay, now we were discussing about this icon. So for this you can select these options, status indicators. So if I click on status indicator, let me change this to dark green. So you can see this status indicator is changed to dark green. Okay, previously it was white, but now it is dark green. Similarly we have information indicator, which will change this color. So for this I will make it as red. So you can see now it is changed to red. Attention indicator, so we can change this attention indicator as well. Error indicator, so if I make error indicator as pink, so whenever there is any error occur, it will generate in pink color. Okay, then we have OIA background color. So if I make it as blue, so you can see OIA color is changed to blue background color. Screen background color, so from here you can select the screen background color. Active field, so right now you can see active field is selected, highlight active field is selected, so I will make it as no. Otherwise if you want to highlight, you can change the color as well. Okay, then uh, crosshair ruler color, so if I want to make it red, so you can see now the cross is changed to red color. Then we have column separator. If you are using any column separator, you can make it as pink or whatever the color you want to select. So this is how we can customize these colors. And if you don't want to keep any changes, you can simply click on reset all, and it will set up everything again for you. Okay, and let me change this color to my color, which is turquoise color. I usually go with this color. Okay, so it is changed. And if you want, like, this is the list of color from which you can select, but if you want to select any other color, you can open this palette, and from this palette you can select as per your requirement. Okay, so we just discuss you can select those color which you want to change, and then we have category, status indicator, information indicator, attention indicator, error indicator, OIA background, yeah, screen background, active field, crosshair ruler, column separator. So these color you can select as per your requirement. So this is mainly used for customizing your system as per your own preferences. And once it is done, means if you want to keep a file, means you can export this thing, so that next time whenever you are using any system, you can simply import that file for setting the color. Okay, and then you can use this import option. For exporting, you can use this option. This is for undo. If you want to just retract the last changes, you can click on undo, and it will open, it will reset the thing. And we have help window also. If you want to learn more about this thing, like what exactly we are doing here, then you can open this help window, and there you will find all the information. So I hope this option is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharemit.
Hello, welcome to TechSharemit. In this session, we will discuss one more toolbar option for Access Client solution, which is for keyboard mapping. So for that, you need to locate this option on your screen. So once you take your mouse here, it will show the description, remap keyboard functions. So just click here, then it will open this screen from where you will find some categories like characters. If you want to assign keys to some character, you can assign from here. We have macros. If there are some macros, you can assign keys to macros as well. Host functions. Similarly, we have custom functions if there is any custom function, menu commands. Okay, now I will tell you like how we can assign keys to these. Okay, so first of all we will discuss the requirements. So suppose we are working on multiple session, and very quickly we want to move from one session to another session without clicking or without using mouse. So for that we will set up the key. So to set up the key, what you can do, you can open this window, and from here just go to the category host functions, and from there you will find one option for move to session or jump to session. So you can see here it is mentioned jump to session A. Now how we will assign this key? For now you can see that we have already assigned this key, but I will again tell you like how to assign this key. So firstly just select that option for which you want to assign the key, then click on assign a key and press the key from your keyboard which you want to assign. So I will press Ctrl and Shift again. So you can see it is showing me a message, we are reassigning this to session A. So just click on yes. So it is added. Similarly, if I want to assign any key to session C, so I will select here, make assign key and control 1. So what it will do, it whenever I press control 1, it will move to session C. If you want to means unassign any key, you can simply select this and just click on unassign key. So it is unassigned. Similarly, I will make a unassign for jump to B as well. So from this we have added a key. Let me clear this one, unassign. Now we will set the key for session B because we are on session A. So from session A we want to move to session B. So select this, click on assign key and press Ctrl Shift. Make sure that whatever the key you are using, it should be unique because otherwise it will affect your code. Let's say if I assign anything to Shift A, so at the time of writing code, when I press Shift A for writing capital A, it will change my session. So you should only use only those keys which are not which are rarely used, like Control Shift, Control tilde or backquote. Okay, so here we assign it as a Control Shift. Now click on save and simply click on OK. So from here if I press Control Shift, you can see now I am on session B, right? Again go back to session A, press Control Shift, it is on session B. So this will save our time. At the time of development we can simply click these keys and it will navigate us from one session to another. Similar thing we will do here also. Just go for function keys, host functions, search for that key. From this session we want to move from session B to session A. So here I will assign the key as, okay, so by here it is already set as Control Shift. So you can see we can navigate with same key because for each session we have changed to session A. Means here we have assigned Control Shift for moving to session B, and for this session we have assigned Control Shift for moving from session B to session A. So as per your requirement you can assign any key. There are many options like delete character, clear field, jump to session A to Z, move. Okay, so whatever the thing you want to assign, you can simply assign. And one more thing, like if you want to search for a particular key, like where it is used, so you can press search for key, Control V. So if I type Control V, so it will show me which menu command is assigned with this Control V. Similarly, if I want to search for Control A, so it will show like Control A is assigned to select all. So this is very good feature. Like from here you can easily find if there is any key other than like if there is any key we have already assigned or not. So you can search from here. From custom keys you can add the custom keys, and if you want to reset all your configuration, you can reset by clicking on reset and just click on yes. Okay, if you are using any keyboard file option, then you can go and you can select your keyboard file from navigation, or by default it is on current selection. So mainly this option we use in order to assign some keys to
the functions so that we can easily perform our task. So I hope this part is clear to all of you. In the next part, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmat.
Hello, welcome to TechSharmat. In this session, we will discuss one more toolbar option of Access Client solution, which is macros. So there are multiple tabs or buttons for macros. First one is this record macro, second one is stop playing or recording macros, third one is play macro, and fourth one is pause playing record macros. Okay, so let me tell you the exact meaning of macros. So let's say if we record some actions that we are performing on IBMI system, and then whenever there is a requirement to recreate or reperform all those operations, then we can click on macros, means we can play that macro which we have recorded, and it will perform the same operation that we just did, that we have already recorded. Okay, so let me show you one example for this. So let's say whenever I log into my system, I go and hit the command work mbr pdm, then I go for strsql, then I run one query, select star from sharmit1 slash still here. Okay, and after that I provide my file name. So this operation is frequent for me, like I always go and perform these operations. So instead of performing it again and again, I will record a macro for this. So let's see how to record this. So to record the macro, just click on this macro button. From here, just go and give some name to this. I will name it as um, test macro. Okay, test SQL. Description macro for test SQL. And so this is the name and this is the description of my macro. Now I will click on OK. It will give one information: hotspots will be disabled while recording a macro. Once the recording stops, hotspots will be enabled automatically. Now click on OK again. Now whatever the action I will perform here, it will be recorded as macro. So I will hit the command work mbr pdm, hit enter. Here I will hit the command strsql. Now I will write how query, select star from sharmit1 slash till here, and here I will stop the macro. So you can see there is one option, stop playing or recording macros. I will stop it. It is stopped. Okay, now what we will do, suppose now I want to perform the same operation. Okay, so this time I will go and click on play macro, look for my macro which is test SQL, and click on OK. So once I click on OK, you can see it perform all the operation in a very quick way, and it directly take me to this option. We didn't hit any command. It automatically perform all these operation and take me to this, and where I can directly simply provide my file name, which is emppf, and it will emppf, and it will perform the same operation which we were doing previously. So this is the advantage of using macros. You can automate many operations of yours through macros, and it will record your means your keyboard work, all the operation that you are performing, it will record it. And whenever there is a need to recreate the process, you can simply go to this option for playing the macro, and it will play the macro for you. So all four buttons are clear, means first one is for recording the macro, second one is for stopping the macro recording, third one is for play. So in play you will find list of all macros that you have created so far. Okay, and then we have one option for pause the macro. So if let's say if you are recording something and you want to pause it, so you can pause the macros as well. So yeah, this is very good feature of IBM Access Client solution, and there is one detailed session for also for this same operation. So you can search on the same channel like how to use macros. It will provide you one session there. You can see some other examples as well. So I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next portion, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmat. Hello, welcome to TechSharmat. In this session, we will cover all the remaining toolbar options from the for the Access Client solution. So till here we have covered till the macros. Now we will cover these four options. Okay. So let's see one by one. So first of all, we will discuss about this scratchpad option. So once you open it, it will open this scratchpad window for you. So this you can use, let's say if you are working on a one task where you need some information again and again. So usually what we do, we keep that data inside a notepad or any other document file, and from there we copy, from there we take the copy paste operation. Means from that sheet we perform the copy paste operation. Okay, so but it is bit time taking to go again and again to that notepad, then to again green screen. So instead of that, you can open this scratchpad option, and from here you can simply copy the data what you want to copy. And let's say if I am running one query on my, and I have stored all pf data information here, emp pf. So now what I can do, I can simply go here, write select, select star from, and from for pf I can copy it from here. So instead of opening again a new notepad or any word document, I can keep all my information which I use frequently here. Okay, this thing we can also save. So from here you can see there is one option for save. So if you want to save it for future purpose, you can go and navigate your file and save it with name. So I'm saving it with data2 and save. So it is saved. Okay, if you want to clear it, you can simply click on clear and it will clear the data. So this is very handy tool. Means whenever you need some information again and again, you can keep those information here, and from here you can copy paste the data. Now we will discuss these two options. So these two options are very rarely used, but this is regarding the admin portion. Like if admin want to perform something, so they can use these options. So I will tell you in a very quick way like how we can access this. Then later, as per your requirement, you can explore more on these and you can learn about this. So for that, just click on this option. This is for navigator for I. So click here. Once you click here, it will open a browser for you. There you can provide the admin, means you can provide your credentials. So I need to pass my credential. You can use same credential that we are using for accessing the pub 400 server. So I provide my ID password, and it, if I click on OK, it will open this UI for me. Okay, so there you can see that all pub 400 means system related information is showing. And if I click on this custom charts, so it will open a chart for me, like what all CPU processing, how CPU processing is work, what all active jobs are there. So you can see CPU average utilization, system ASP used, active job number. So these all kind of information you can find from here. So you can explore these options like as per your requirement. What view GUI logs, so this will show GUI logs. Okay, so as per your requirement you can explore this feature and you can use it. So we will not discuss in much detail about this. And another one is for tools to optimize SQL optimization. Okay, so this is regarding the performance center. So here also you will see that few informations are given: plan cache, performance monitors. Okay, and then we have plan cache snapshot, plan cache event monitor. So if you want to do some analysis for means for SQL performance and optimization, then you can use this feature. This option is also used very rarely, but for some specific tasks we need this. So you can explore about these two options as if you want to learn more about this. And the last icon or the last button is for view information center. So if you want some extra information for these options, all these informations, so you can refer it from here. Although we have covered almost every important topic for the access client solution in a session itself, so there is no need to go through this document, but still if you want some extra information you can refer this thing. Okay, so far we have covered all these options of the access client toolbar. It might be possible that you may got some extra button on your screen. So maybe if there is any, you can uh, explore it by your own, because these are the most commonly used options. So I have covered, and these are the options that by default comes with a access client solution. So I hope this entire series is useful for you, and if you would like to share your feedback, then please share in the comment section. So yeah, that's all for this series. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you for watching Texture Myth.